Chivito and I'll be your guide for the Shadow Guide training. Our Shadow Guide training is a very deep, deep journey because we can see how we need more shadow guides in the world. And our shadows, if you're not familiar with shadow work are those layers within us that we hold our wounds, our regrets, our failed expectations, our sense of shame. A lot of our stories that bind us and limit us are woven into those shadows. And right now, particularly in these times of the pandemic, a lot of people are coming into direct contact with those shadows. And they're being forced to review these relationships and ways that we even avoid ourselves. And so we need those who've gone through their own shadows, who know this terrain intimately, and then therefore is able to guide others through their shadows, to help them heal their past, to harvest the gifts of those wounds, what we call harvest your medicine, which is the gifts, the strengths, the wisdom, the new understandings that those experience afford people. But many people never get to access them because they're only ascribing to a story of the inner critic or the wound. So in the Shadow Guide training, there's three layers to it. One is you're going to be guided to navigate your own shadows. You're going to be taught how to come out and greet your own edges, the edge of your comfort levels. Right? It's shared that what is trying to probe us into the deeper meaning of our lives is just on the periphery of our awareness. We don't find those great truths right here in our center. We actually find them just beyond the edge of our awareness. And so in this training, you go through a bit of wilderness rites of passage where we gather around the fire outdoors amongst the elements. We will move through the forest and you'll be taught, how do you come to your edge and how do you greet it in a good way where it becomes your teacher, where it becomes your mentor, leading you, guiding you. You will learn how to do this and navigate your own inner terrain. Right? And then you learn how to guide others. You learn how to bring someone from one place and lovingly, very skillfully guide them into the dark descent of soul. And when they're in that belly of the beast, how to extract that gifts and that medicine that is there. And how to know how long do you help someone stay there? How do you hold that space? What are the rituals and the etiquette to create a very safe space for them to journey into? And then how to then lovingly, skillfully lead them up the ascent, where they will then again be tested and help them move through that test and really blossom into the gifts, the knowledge, and the medicine that they harvested from that shadow experience. And in this, you'll learn about doing sacred circle, ceremony, ritual. We weave in the animistic and the shamanic principles of understanding the myth mind, because our soul speaks through myth and symbol. It doesn't speak through words. Our words are limited. So how do you engage through the myth and the mythic mind and help draw that out of others? Right? And in this training, you're going to be partnering up with others who are also training. And so you're going to learn very specific techniques on how to guide others, specific processes to help people get unblocked, how to bring them down into the shadows, how to take them out, how to do the karma change, kind of like cleanse their karma, how to help them find their truths. We're going to talk about language and how to identify the language patterns that they're using and what they're really representing, and how to draw them and bring them into a different frame so they can see the gifts and move out of collapsing into the content of their emotional content, but see it and move through it. And this journey accumulates and it comes to the point where you will be initiated and you will go through a 3-day vision quest where we come out into the wild and you fast for 3 days here in the forest, right? And that vision quest will be tailored to your edges, right? To your abilities, right? And then through that you will come and we'll have the community greet you and say, hey, we see you who went into the forest, you who entered the season of shadows, right? From fall into spring is what we know as the season of shadows. We see you who took this journey is not the same who's coming out, that you have transformed, that you have new gifts, a new mind, a new medicine to bring forward. And the community gathers around and greets you, so you share your story. And you share the medicine you have to bring. And with that, we help hold you accountable for bringing it into the world. So this is a powerful journey. It's a wilderness rites of passage. It is training, it is doing your own shadow work. You're learning sacred circle, specific processes and techniques, right? You're being a part of a very powerful group of individuals doing this journey together over the year. So if this resonates with you and you're ready to do this inner work and really become a shadow guide, please reach out. Email me, learning@treeoftotems.com. I look forward to hearing your story. We'll get on the phone, we'll share, connect further, and we'll go from there. Okay.